And this is the accountability that we've been seeking, and an indictment now for James Comey, the former FBI director who spent so long abusing his power and by extension the American people. 2 counts from a grand jury. In this, we find false statements being made within the jurisdiction of the legislative branch of the United States government. Additionally, this document goes on to say that count 2 here, he also is guilty of obstruction, allegedly, guilty of obstruction of a congressional proceeding. Ooh, I need you to think about this for a moment and how wonderful and how thoughtful this prosecution is. Look at this. They say that he did this in the Eastern District of Virginia. In the Eastern District of Virginia. Now, how is it that you can testify before Congress and do something in the Eastern District of Virginia? Aha! Here's what happened in 2020. James Comey was testifying remotely. This was September of 2020. Remember, Congress was taking remote testimony at this point because of COVID. And so Comey was in the Eastern District of Virginia when he gave his testimony. So we get to bypass a D.C. grand jury process in order to go after Comey, because guess where he did this? It was remote testimony. Remote testimony. This is so thoughtful and so wonderful and so excellent that the Trump administration was able to do this. The D.C. grand jury process by now, not going to work out. And the reason for that is because that grand jury totally rigged. Those grand juries completely rigged. So this had to get to outside of D.C. And I told you, I want to say months ago, to keep an eye on Virginia. Virginia is a space in where this can happen. And guess where it's happening now? The Eastern District of Virginia. And look, they don't bring charges against this guy unless they think they've got the evidence against him, because they said he lied to Congress. How do we know that? Well, the FBI has the documents to demonstrate it. Who's running the FBI? That's Kash Patel and Dan Bongino. So they got there, they rifled through the paperwork, they got the documents, and guess what they found? They found evidence that James Comey lied. And now he's got a legitimate prosecution on his hands. Good luck with